The Skelly Doughnut Lalo attack strategy at 10 out of 15. This attack is great for trophy pushing, clan wars, and has been often used in competitive esport tournaments.
Skeleton spells, bat spells, earthquake, invis, skelly bat donut for the core.
In this guide, we'll go through a step-by-step walkthroughs, starting with the Skelly Doughnut itself. First thing you want to do is locate the enemy CC and a high value defense within 6 tiles of it. So we're going to deploy a rage spell roughly about 3 tiles away from each, then a invis 3 tiles away from each, then a skelly spell per each structure. Within the invis spell, we're going to deploy our second invis spell, again 3 tiles away from each. We're going to wait about 4 seconds to deploy our third invis spell, and generally this should be enough, but it is nice to have a quake spell or an extra invis spell just to make sure to secure it, and sometimes stuff can go wrong, so that can be very helpful. First thing we want to do is locate where we want the flame flinger. So I'm going to come down here to the bottom side, deploy one coca loon to just test for any traps. Then behind that, I'm going to deploy the flame flinger out of distance of these buildings here. And the ultimate goal of this flame flinger is going to be to take out that scatter shot. So then I'm going to come up here to immediately start with the Skelly Doughnut. So I'm going to deploy the rage and then the invis spell 2 tiles away from this multi and this enemy CC, 1 skelly spell per each. Then I'm going to continue to deploy the invis spells, and I'm going to drop the quake spell as well. That was just enough to take that out. Now it's time to begin with the heroes, and so I'm going to come up here to the top side, deploy this golem, then our queen right behind him, and I'm gonna funnel out in front of her with this Valkyrie. Now I'm gonna funnel to the right of her with our king, and my goal for the queen is to go into the town hall compartment to take it down, but I want the king to go to the right side and go into that other scattershot compartment, if possible take that down. Looks like our queen will step into the town hall compartment, and you don't have to sui the town hall. It's just, main thing is just to get great value, but there's not much better value than getting the town hall down. So I'm gonna pop our king's abilities, and I'm also gonna pop our queen's ability to help finish that off. Now it is time to begin with the Lalo, so I'm going to come up here to the top side. You could also come from the bottom side, but I want early access to the enemy queen, so I'm going to begin in with a hound and then spam in about half the loons in behind that, then our grand warden, then the world champion. And since we have such early access to the enemy queen, I'm going to immediately send in our second hound with the remaining headhunters, deploy a haste spell out in front of them, pop our ability to power through the enemy queen as well as this multi, also to catch the second hound in the warden's ability. So we're just gonna wait and use our spells here as we see fit, like the freeze spells on the multis and the eagle artillery. We also have this second haste spell I'm going to use to get that main pack of loons in there into this eagle compartment. And now that we have gone mostly through the base, I'm going to use the second half of the loons, or about that, just to help pick off these backside defenses and help push into the core with the rest of the loons. And as you can see here, I have some minions left I need to deploy, which is not ideal. Ideally, you should deploy basically most of the minions behind the initial Lalo push, just to help immediately start picking off those trash buildings so you don't run out of time. But it looks like we'll have some time left and we'll be able to get the 3-star.